Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new weekly writing vlog. So it is currently Monday. It's actually 10:49 in the morning. Shocker. Like, I am ready before noon. I'm awake before noon. My goodness. So if you missed last week's writing vlog, I'll make sure to link it up above in the cards for you. But this week I have quite lofty goals and ambitions, at least for me personally. So I've been having a really hard time waking up early for about the past year, but for being honest, probably the past few years, but specifically in like the last year. I just can't wake up early. Most of the time I'm waking up around noon or past noon, and it feels like my whole day is wasted by the time that I eat food and get ready, and I don't enjoy it. I think it's having a negative impact on my mental health. I think that's a pretty natural connection there, and I just don't like it. So it is my plan for this entire week at least to wake up early and try to get into that habit of waking up early and going to bed at least a little bit earlier than I normally do, in hopes that I can get more done in my day and feel better about myself and just, you know, do what I want to do, you know what I mean? So far it's a success. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning today, which was not my plan. I wanted to wake up at around 8 in the morning. My body was like, no, you're gonna wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and that was not fun. Tried to go back to bed and I literally couldn't. I was awake at that point. I think it's because I was hungry, and if I'm hungry I can't really sleep, but I didn't feel like getting food because it was 4:30 in the morning, so I just stayed in bed until about 8 in the morning, and then I finally got out of bed. I made myself some breakfast. I had eggs and bacon and it was delicious. I've also done some chores. I did my laundry, I cleaned the litter box. So like, I've already had a very productive morning, and it's only 10:53, so I'm very happy with that. So I'm hoping that with this new schedule, if I can keep it up, we'll have to see, I can get more things done in my day. So I can do writing for however long I want to, and I can also read during my day without feeling guilty for taking away from writing time, because I'll just have more time in my day. I'm feeling quite good about this if I can keep it up. So right now I'm going to do some reading. I'm currently reading Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi, and I just started a reading vlog where I'm trying to break out of my reading slump, because I'm totally in a reading slump right now, and so I just talked about that in that reading vlog. I don't know when you guys will see that, hopefully soon. And then after I'm done reading, I'm probably gonna make some lunch because I'm already feeling a bit hungry, and then after lunch I think I'm gonna get into some writing. So that brings me to what you're probably all here for, and what I should have been talking about for much longer now, are my actual writing plans for the week. So I'm still working on Go revisions, and I think it is my goal to finish the revisions this week from the notes that I have from my first beta reader Kaylee. My mentor and my friend Kath still have the book, but the goal is to finish, I think, Kaylee's revision notes this week, which I feel pretty excited about, and I think that I can do it, especially if I start waking up early. Fingers crossed. But I also think that I want to work on Starstruck book, which is what I talked about in last week's vlog. It is going to be my next project. I would just really like to work on it this week and start brainstorming, put all my notes from my phone officially into a notebook for the first time, and just, you know, officially start the process of working on that book. So I think what I'm gonna do is, like, in any given day, work on both the revisions and Starstruck book. So I'll just like flip-flop between them. I'm not committing to this. This is just like my idea, you know, I'm just speaking out loud. That just seems like something that would work for me. Possibly something that sounds like fun, so that if one project becomes too difficult, like if I'm having difficulties with revising, I can switch to brainstorming Starstruck book and vice versa. I think this is a good plan. That way I can be productive and keep things moving. So that is my current plan. So hopefully I will work on both of those things today. Maybe. I'm excited about this. I feel good for being awake early. I do feel extremely tired though from waking up so early, so I think I'm gonna go get some sugar into my system, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, so it's now 3:43. I did some reading before I had some lunch, and I've been writing ever since. So I think that was around maybe like 1 something that I finished my lunch, and then I've been working on writing for, just been working on Go. And my original plan was just to kind of like skim through the book until I got to a part that had revisions that needed to be done. But then I figured, why not just like read the entire thing? And I've actually been like going through and like reading it out loud loud, which I don't do very often, but I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm not like reading it like loudly, like I'm kind of just like whispering it to myself. I'm like really enjoying it. I just keep having these like moments of realization about how much I love this book, and it just like hits me when I'm like rereading portions of it that like I do really love it. Like, I don't know, it's just like a fun story to me, you know? Like I just have fun when I read this book. I don't have fun when I write the book, but reading over it is a lot of fun. And these revisions aren't torturous. I'm actually enjoying them because I'm seeing how the book is improving, which is always my favorite part of revisions, so that's great. I'm currently on page 102, chapter 11. I need to go finish my laundry, and then I'm trying to decide if I want to continue the revisions or if I want to go ahead and work on Starstruck book, or if I want to read more. I don't think I want to read more. I think I'll read more tonight. Maybe I'll go until page like 130-ish before stopping, and then maybe I'll do some just like minor brainstorming on Starstruck book. We'll have to see. But like I said, I am enjoying doing the revisions on Kiss and Go right now. I changed the ending of one scene because one of my notes is to like have my love interest Sebastian talk about soccer more, and to kind of like weave that in more into the story, because he's like a total like soccer dude and it's just not mentioned very often. So like last week I wrote in a scene where he's actually playing soccer, like talking to Ellie about it, and so now I've added in a part where like Ellie relates the musical to soccer to kind of help him understand it a bit more and try to like get out of his head when it comes to like rehearsing lines and like memorizing his script. And I actually really liked it, so I did change the ending of a scene to be that. Yeah, I've just been making like little edits along the way, fixing awkward sentences that I notice when I'm reading it out loud, and like I said, I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm really enjoying this draft, which is making me really happy. I'm gonna go finish my laundry and then I'm gonna come back and, like I said, try to get to page like 130 or 150. Okay, so it's now 6:16 p.m. I'm on chapter 15, page 137. I had to stop for dinner, and I've been doing like a lot of good work. Like, I've had to adjust some scenes more, kind of like adding in some things. I've been getting some notes that I've been like putting down on sticky notes as I've been like revising, and I'm really loving the things that I'm adding. I'm really loving how this revision is shaping up, and I'm just like feeling really excited about this project right now, which I'm really grateful for, because I feel like I really need to feel those like excited feelings right now. But the scene that I just revised was a sad one, because I'm like reading it out loud to myself and like trying to speak how my characters would speak and everything, just like really trying to like act it out. I started to get like a little teary-eyed, which I don't think I've ever really gotten while writing this book before. Like, I honestly can't think of a time where I got like even misty-eyed while writing this book or working on this book, and I was full on like having tears in my eyes and feeling quite emotional, which is good, you know. I want that kind of reaction from my readers at this point in the book. It's just wild that like on draft 5 is when I'm finally feeling those emotions, and sometimes they do just hit, you know, differently at different points. I remember when I was working on Reasons Why Not To, I didn't cry while working on that book until also like a really late revision, and I was like, oh my god, like this part really hurts. And it's just weird how it works like that. Like, this part up until now hasn't like not, you know, affected me. Like, it's affected me, but like not to the point where I've actually had tears in my eyes. It was a fun experience, you know. I like when my book can make me cry. Anyway, my camera's about to die. I weirdly enough still want to do more work. I think I might do like another chapter or two, but I don't think I'm gonna do any Starstruck book work today because I'm feeling quite tired, but we'll see. You never know, never say never. But my camera is dying, so I've got to go. Okay, so it is now Tuesday and it is 4:01 p.m. I've been working on Kiss and Go revisions probably for the past hour and a half maybe. I don't think I've gotten that much done. I'm not entirely sure where I started off today, but I'm on page 176, chapter 20, and I've been enjoying myself so far. We're at like a really fun part of the book, which, you know, it should be. It's called The Fun and Games. I believe that's the beat that we're currently in. But I am actually just like truly having a good time right now, and I'm feeling really good about this project, which feels great. I'm trying to think if I want to continue working or if I want to do something else. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't done too much today. Definitely not as much as I did yesterday, but I have gotten like some reading done, and I did my Wordle of the day. But I don't know if I feel like continuing working on this specific project. I don't really feel like working on Starstruck book right now. I don't know. Oh, I filmed a video today. Duh, that's what I did today. I filmed a video. I don't know how I forgot that. So I don't know, I'm feeling quite tired today. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is maybe do this last chapter or get to page 200. but I think the latest I want to be working is like 4:30. So that means that whatever I can get done by 4:30 I think is what I'll do. The work that I've done today hasn't been that hard. It's just been like cleaning up things, but I did write another note down on a sticky note for something that I want to add later on, which I'm actually really excited about. There'll be some times where like I'm writing and I'll just like put in a throwaway detail and then I just never bring it up again, and this is like one of those things where I just like mentioned it like off the cuff one day when I was drafting or whatever, and then I just never brought it up again. And it's not like it needs to be mentioned, but I think that it'd be cute to just like pop a little mention of it in there. The word count of this draft is going up, which I don't really mind because I'm still like within the range that the book needs to be for a YA contemporary, but the revision that I did ended at about 78,393 words, and now it's at 80,750. So we've added quite a little bit, but like I said, I'm not mad about it. I don't think I want it to extend farther than like 81,000, 82,000. Like I think I'd like for it to stay in this like sweet spot range that it is in right now. Yeah, I'd really like it to not go much higher. So I just have to trust myself that I will be able to keep it here and not add too much going forward, which I don't think I need to. I don't think I'm adding any scenes anymore. Like I think I've added everything that I needed to add. It's just kind of like little words here and there. Plus it still needs to go through line editing, so it could still get trimmed down with that. Yeah, I'm gonna work until about 4:30 and hopefully I can get a good chunk of work done. And then I'll switch to do something else for the rest of the day. So I made it to chapter 21. I did not do that much work, but it's 4:36, so I'm gonna call it here, page 189. I did just find a part where I repeated information that I added in. Like I just added a scene earlier in the book. I think it was either yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was yesterday. Not remembering that I'd added something similar at this point in the book, so I ended up cutting it because I liked the one that I added yesterday in way more. My intention was to like go back through and like put in snippets of it and like integrate the two together, but then when I tried to do it, I didn't like the like old stuff as much as I like the new stuff, so I just cut it all together and I just said bye, and here we are. So the word count is now at 80,640. So that did cut some words, which felt good. So yeah, I'm going to take a break, I believe, now and come back to this tomorrow. But I did some good work today. Better work yesterday, but still good work today. And I'm excited for what is to come in the rest of the book, for the notes that I still have to add. Very excited, but that is it for today, I think. Okay, so it's currently Friday. It is 3:18 p.m. I did not update the vlog yesterday. I meant to, and then I forgot, and then I took a shower and I didn't feel like updating with like wet hair, so I just did not update yesterday. But I did do some revising. I think I did a couple of chapters yesterday, not as much as I wanted to do, but in my defense I did edit a video yesterday and that took up the majority of like my working time. And by the time I got around to revising, I was just so tired, and then like I had to take a shower, so I did not do that much writing yesterday. But I did, like I said, go through a couple of chapters. I don't know exactly how much I did, but I just edited a chapter. I think it was just one chapter that I just did, and I did another one of my notes that I had on my index card here, so that's great. We're nearing like the end of the book now. I'm on page 268 out of 331, so we're getting there, and I feel like I maybe could have done a couple of these things a bit more, but I don't really know. I don't think I'm gonna worry about it too much at this exact moment. I think I'll probably wait until I get revision notes back from my mentor when she's finished reading, and then maybe I'll come back to these while I'm going through her revisions and see if I can bulk them up a bit more. But in general, I'm really enjoying myself. I've been really enjoying myself. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I've been like reading the book aloud to myself a bit, just like very quietly, like under my breath kind of thing, which has been really helping to like catch like clunky, awkward sentences and typos. There were a lot more typos in this draft than I anticipated, but I've just been really enjoying reading it out loud because I'm pretty sure it's the first time that I've ever done that, and when you do that it just feels like a real book. Like, at least to me, when I read it out loud or I get like Word to read it aloud to me, it just feels more like a real book, and I don't know why, but it feels more real. So I've been really enjoying doing that, even though it is taking me a bit longer to get through it than maybe I would like, because it takes longer to read out loud than it does to just read in your head. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. I really love the section of the book that we're in. Every time I read through the book, this is like my favorite section, which makes me really happy because normally I really don't like the back half of my books, and they're usually the parts that I feel like need the most work. It was definitely the case for Reasons Why Not To. I rewrote that ending I don't even know how many times, but yeah, like I don't know, I'm really loving this book. It's bringing me a lot of joy right now, which is good because I don't have a lot of that in my life at the moment. But I'm really enjoying this. I would say that I'm definitely going to finish these revisions next week, which is good because I'm hoping Melissa will give me her notes in a couple of weeks here. So like that'll give me time to like finish these ones, rest for a little bit, maybe work on something else before jumping into her notes. So I'm feeling good about that. I love how at the beginning of this vlog I said that I was wanting to split my time between doing these revisions and working on Starstruck book. I have not been doing that. Nope, not once have I done that. I do want to, and I have been thinking about it, but I've just been doing other things instead. But when I was at my friend Rochelle's house the other night, I was telling her about it, which was fun, and we decided, I think, on the love interest's name, which I love. I think, like, I'm not like 100% set on it, but I think it's what I'm gonna go with, and I love that. I'm really excited. I'm really wanting to work on that book. I just don't know if right now is the time, like this week. You know, I mean, it's Friday, so like it's the end of the week, but you know, I don't know. I've just been very focused on Go, which, to be fair, is my main priority, so that makes sense. Maybe next week I'll get some Starstruck book brainstorming in, but for right now, I'm all about Go and all about getting this done. Okay, so it's now 6:42. I did revise a few more chapters, but my focus, my attention span is just not here today. It really isn't. I've been struggling to focus all day long. I kept flip-flopping between scrolling on Twitter, talking to friends, going on YouTube, going on Instagram. Like, it's just been a very, like, distracted day. I don't know. The vibes were not here today for my focus, but I did manage to get a few chapters done, which I'm very happy about. So the plan is still to finish the revisions next week, at least, you know, on Kaylee's notes, not on my mentor's, which I'm still waiting on. The first part of the revisions, the first part of draft 5 revisions will be done next week, so tune in next week. But that brings us to the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you've been up to writing wise recently, because I'd really love to know. Subscribe if you have not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!